Hi, Scott McClimans here with CEO Velocity. Today we're going to start a series on how banks and credit unions can better serve and generate profits with their small and mid-sized business customers. I call them SMEs, which stands for Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises. But before we dive deeply into it, I just kind of want to set the stage and talk about the perceptions of these kinds of customers as well as some of the things that are going on within the industry. First of all, what these clients experience tends to be fragmented service. So if I'm a client, where do I go? Do I go to the branch? I get some products there, but where do I go to get my credit card? And where do I go to get my merchant services and other treasury management products? Oh, you mean there's another person over here for that, but if I want a loan, I go to this person over here. Well, what if I'm getting ready to sell my business? Oh, in that case, well, we don't really have anything for that, or the closest we can come for that is somebody in our trust area or asset management or private banking. So there's really fragmented service, and I'm all over the place trying to figure out who the expert is and who does what. That's just to get the right products. What if I want service? Who do I call? Do I call a call center? Is there a relationship manager for me? In most banks in the United States, fragmented service delivery, which confuses me, the small to mid-sized business CEO. The next thing is employee expertise. Now, there are various points of visibility for someone like myself. I can go to your website. I can go to your bank's website. But can I open all my accounts there? Can I get my loans there? Can I get expert help there? Is there a chat room? Can I call somebody? Or do I have to go into a branch? Often what I find is there's very little expertise. Not only in the banking products themselves, but also in my business and the things that I need. So I'd be really happy if I could find somebody who knew the full slate of financial products and services that I need, and I'd be ecstatic if somebody knew what would be the most beneficial products and services for my business. The problem is there's a lot of employee turnover. One bank CEO that I spoke with said, Scott, the issue is I have a hard time creating a strong SME brand in my marketplace because I've got so much turnover that it's really hard to keep my employees trained on all my business products that we offer. And so that's a big dilemma. Now, the way the biggest banks in the country are addressing this is through creating the business banker position, the person who knows all things small business, not just lending, but treasury management, deposit products, and even knows some about the types of businesses that are in their marketplace. So more of the big banks are migrating to that, and that's creating, I think, a widening gap between the largest banks in the country and the regional and community banks. So that gap in expertise is widening. And small and mid-sized business owners need expertise from their bankers. Now, there are also some process and technological inefficiencies in the banking system and the credit union system. So, for example, why do I have to come into the branch at all to sign any kind of loan documents or show my ID or bring in my articles of incorporation? Why do I have to do any of that? Why isn't my banker coming to me and giving me my documents digitally on my iPad and creating everything that I need right there on that phone or iPad? That's the way the industry is going. And the banks and credit unions that really value this segment of customers need to go there too. Your inefficient processes and technologies create hassles for me. And hassles for me equal frustration, wasted time, when I could be spending that time and energy to build my business and talk to my own clients. So create great processes that'll save me time and money. The next thing is the small and mid-sized businesses tend to be complex in nature. Oftentimes there's a intermingling of personal and business. And frankly, oftentimes the senior management of the institution does not really understand that complex business very well. They don't have a lot of experience with it. Most of their experience is within larger corporations. So understanding how these businesses operate is very, very essential. They care about that. So there can be a sameness, a commoditization of banks and credit unions with respect to the type of service that you can give me. How is one different than the other? Why should I choose on anything except price if they're all the same? Or are there some that understand my business and actually make it better? Those are the ones I want to do business with. So remember, 80% of the businesses in America do business with the top 18% of the banks, or the top 18 banks. If as a regional and community bank, or if you're not in those top 18 banks, if you want to be a player in this marketplace, watch the next video and subsequent videos on how you can create a stronger brand for your small and mid-sized enterprise clients.